We did an amazing job on that song. Thank you so much, everybody, for singing that song. That was so good.
How everybody knew the choreography is just beyond me. It is such an impromptu thing.
It was like a magical. It was like a Disney moment.
I studied the choreography. We were given the choreography by Megan 3 weeks ago, and I've been practicing and studying this choreography. I cannot believe that you guys didn't. Typical.
It's May on the other day.
We didn't tell Dr. B. We were just hoping that he would just catch on. So everybody else.
He did a great job.
He did an amazing job.
He did do great.
I thought that was entirely impromptu. Whole song and dance.
Whoa! What was that? Wow! I'm hearing like wind tunnel.
That's a jet engine.
What is that? What was that?
That was Davis.
I don't think it was.
Sorry about that, everybody.
He did it with the power of his mind.
I'm gonna blame Snowpocalypse on that.
Yes.
Did someone in Seattle open a window? Like, how bad the snow is there?
Yeah, it's okay. So welcome back. We are back.
Hello.
Forever. And you can see our Seattle crew is separated because Seattle is buried under about a quarter inch of snow.
It's terrifying.
But they have enough avocados to last at least for another week. So.
I told you about that.
Maybe.
The city sets them aside.
They're getting their avocados. It's okay. They will endure. But Billy hasn't gotten any snow yet, according to Wandering Shrink. Oh, Scottman's rating us with a party. Thank you, Scottman. Heart. It's so good to be back. I'm sorry we did not have a December stream. That was I got sick towards the end of last year, and I kind of stayed sick up until like Christmas. It was pretty terrible.
Did you get better though?
I feel better now.
Are you still sick?
On Christmas, did you get better? Because we want to say it's a Christmas miracle.
Sure, we can say it's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, then my 6-year-old threw up all over the trash can on Christmas Day.
Also a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Actually, as it turns out, anything that happens on Christmas is a Christmas miracle.
Hey, Megan, the power to get better was within you the whole time.
It was. It's called white blood cells.
God bless us, everyone.
Well, since we started a little late because we're dusting off OBS and getting everything working again. And it's Scottman's 4-year stream anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
Whoa! Happy anniversary!
Happy!
That's so exciting.
Well, and so exciting things are happening in the lives of many people. So some of us, but not all of us, will this week be flying to the land of queso. Or just two of us, yeah.
Just two.
Adam, can you say land of queso in Spanish? What would land of be?
No, I can't do that.
Lando Queso, one of the worst additions to the Star Wars.
Was he though?
That's episode 8 of Mandalorian.
The most offensive Star Wars character to be introduced for sure.
Oh my god.
Just nacho chips and Colt 45.
Classic Lando Queso.
Yeah, it's just the fun never ends.
Jack, bring back the puppet.
Is that better than the Lando Queso?
No, I don't know.
It might be.
But Adam and Dr. B, what panels can we expect from you guys? Where will you be? What will you be doing at South this weekend?
We have one panel for, I believe it's Friday morning, which is about critical core and the future of social skills enrichment.
Nice.
Very nice.
I had to switch my microphone to the old-timey telephone because I think I was the air tunnel.
Uh-huh.
My computer's in an air tunnel. I am not. I'm in an old-time telephone.
Can we?
Excellent.
Can I call you a big sack of air? Is that?
hot.
As a hot air? Hot air.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
You are the big Adam. You're a huge sack of sexy air right there.
Thank you.
Nice embellishment.
Yeah, that. Okay.
We have one panel at PAX South this year, so I have lots of plans to actually go see other panels, which I'm excited about, and also consume massive amounts of queso. I actually got a new fanny pack for this trip.
Oh,
For the
queso.
Yeah, it was like.
No, but Adam knows it. I travel with hot sauce in my fanny pack.
Just in case queso happens suddenly.
Just in queso.
In queso emergency.
In queso emergency.
Good night, everybody.
Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah.
And I caught heat for Lando Queso. This is the.
Yeah. Queso.
Adam, did we say that at the same time?
I think so. Yes.
Great mind.
Amazing.
All right, and Dr. B, what panels for Take This?
Well, actually, just one. I'm stepping in for Rachel on this one. Rachel had proposed a fantastic panel on frustration in games, and we're going to be talking about all sorts of why it's good to be frustrated, why it's fun to be frustrated, why it's frustrating to be frustrated.
Talk about how many mice I have broken from frustration from playing games.
Rage quitting records.
Yes, rage quitting.
Like the distance thrown of controllers, how many TVs have been broken.
All those things.
Now I'm hearing it as a folk song.
Well, that'd be good.
How many mice must a gamer break?
Gather ye children wherever ye be. I throw one controller or two or three.
That was really
this
good.
Is the content everybody's
really
coming for, right?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
You guys don't want to watch D&D.
No.
We're just gonna crack jokes the whole time.
Yep.
Okay, someone give me the name of a city and an occupation. No.
Geeks Like Us, the musical.
Welcome to Geeks Like Us, where the points don't matter and we make up everything.
We're gonna play yes but, no but,
Good reference.
yes and.
All right. I just got the official word today. I will be at GaryCon this year, so I have to figure out how to travel to Lake Geneva. To make all that happen. So.
2-hour drive from Chicago.
I hear airplanes are really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll fly somewhere and then probably rent a car, I think.
Super easy to get there from Chicago.
Okay. Well, I'll fly to Chicago. Chicago's easy to fly to. From, Charlotte.
From pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. So I'll be doing a talk on Friday night about okay, wait, I'm trying to remember which one's Friday, which one's one on Friday, one on Saturday. One will be about just basically how we use our D&D as a therapy tool and what we've learned so far, what research is being done, because research is finally being done, and all the cool things that are happening. And then another night about identity formation and what we learn about ourselves through play. So I'm really excited about that. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm just looking forward to checking out GaryCon.
All right.
Awesome.
Will those be filmed?
Yes.
Nice.
Where
Just
should people know to look for those?
On Geeks Like Us at some point. I have 6 episodes of Psychology at the Table recorded. And I have to edit
y'all.
them.
Y'all, I believe Scawman just gave us 100 bits.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God, Scawman, thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you. Any other appearances, plugs, things to keep eyes out for?
It has been a little bit, so I don't know if we actually got to do the official announcement, but Bodhana not only received its first private grant funding a group of 6 teens for therapeutic D&D, but we also are in a partnership with Harrisburg University of Science and Technology. We are starting a research study actually this month on the efficacy of RPG for at-risk youth. So we were approved for a presidential research grant that we are putting the final designs to. So we'll be starting this month. So that is most awesomely exciting. So
yes,
that is amazing.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
That is very exciting.
That's cool. Yeah, I've been in contact with people doing research in Australia, Nebraska, South Africa, and I just got an email today from someone in Germany.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. We're doing research right now, pre and post surveys that Elizabeth Kilmer has designed.
Nice.
So we will hopefully by the end of this quarter have enough data to do some writing up about it.
Yay!
Awesome.
Nice.
That's so awesome.
Very exciting. We were just at OrcaCon this last weekend. Local con dedicated to diversity and inclusion in gaming. It's a fantastic local con. I was on 3 panels there about improvisational game mastering. It was very much like the one we did at PAX, where we're like, we don't know what we're doing. Let's just talk about improvising. And that was fun. And then I was on one about introducing the game to new players. And then I was on one, or I moderated one that had Elizabeth Kilmer and Jeremy Crawford on it, that was about Dungeons and Dragons and social development, why role-playing games make us better people. And those will all be, I think, at some point on the OrcaCon YouTube page.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this Jeremy Crawford fellow, but he seemed to know what he was talking about.
He knows.
He seems like a good
D&D.
kid, that Jeremy Crawford.
Seems like a good kid.
He did that thing that I was excited about, where he told the audience that they need to ignore the rules when necessary. And I was like, you heard him.
He's telling us exactly.
Many guidelines, few rules.
Yeah, I'm working on a project, and I just wrote a nice, like, long thing about, like, when do you break rules, and how does that happen, and what does that look like, and what is flexibility. It was a lot of fun to write, so hopefully I'll keep doing that. I need to give a big thank you to the Deck of Many. They sent me animated spell cards that I have some here.
So awesome.
So cool.
So that's
cool.
from Gemhammer?
No, this is the Deck of Many. I got to meet them at PAX Unplugged and chat with them, and for my groups, they sent me these cards so I can use them with my groups for my spellcasters.
That's awesome.
Super cool.
On top of that, they also sent me the Humblewood cards and a bunch of Humblewood books. So I'm going to run a Humblewood summer camp this year, and give all the summer camp kids will get one of these because they sent me a bunch, and it's awesome. And
That's awesome.
Wow.
really cute campaign setting. Like, look at the little weedy owl. It's so cute. I'm really excited to run it. The weedy owl. Look at it.
I see what you did there.
I was given this, which is not for our therapeutic social skills groups. This is I was given this, I bought this. They gave some other stuff to Game to Grow, but I bought this one from them. And this is called Taverns and Tankards, a complete guide to bars, brews, and brawls. Compatible with 5e. So with the next time we level up, Megan, I'm going to ask you if I can take some of these classes and taking them the additional Oath of Revelry.
I'm interested. I'll have to check that out. No, I wanted to plug their stuff because it's really cool. Their 3D cards are really neat. I'm also trying out. This is all hashtag not a sponsor stuff, by the way. But I'm trying out World Anvil as well to keep all of my notes about the clinical role world organized and to actually keep things, because I started off my note keeping here with a spreadsheet, and then that has moved to OneNote, which has been very good and helpful, and I'm still going to use it. But with trying to build out the world lore, it was not up to snuff. So now I'm going to try World Anvil for a while and see if that helps.
How are you liking it?
So far, it's a little steep of a learning curve, but I'm getting it. It just takes a bit to input everything. But I like the idea that it asks some really good questions, I think, when you're developing areas. So it's good. All right. Any other questions or announcements? Go buy Rachel's book. She put the link to the Amazon.
Go buy that book. I don't get paid when you buy that book. I'm just recommending that book because it's awesome.
Yes.
Which one of these books? This is the one that's about video games?
Yes, video games and well-being. It highlights all of the ways in which games positively contribute to our psychological well-being.
This is an important time for this book to come out.
Yes.
I think somebody put that on the back in there.
I think there's a really good quote on the back of the book. What was his name? I can't remember.
Yeah.
A good quote, though.
I think his name is Adam.
Oh, yes, it was. It was Adam.
We're getting. Is it going to be an audiobook as well, Rachel? Do you know?
I have no idea. And yes, Command, it's $60 because it's an academic book, and
academic books
I have zero control over that. And again,
Rachel, if you want, I will read it as an audio.
I have no say over it. I have no say over
tell
it.
your publisher. You get Diva up in here, and you tell them that Dr. B wants to read it as an audiobook.
I want you to do little Game Master. Randall's here, right? There he is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Randall's
here. Hi,
Randall.
Randall.
And Randall did our beautiful logo for Clinical Role that I have on a t-shirt that you can get at Redbubble.
And the poster in the back.
And the poster of all of our characters.
Yeah.
Which,
I need to get the hoodie.
Yeah. So, good
I'm
stuff.
gonna buy the sleeveless tee.
We love it. Book 2 on Kickstarter soon for Randall, so we'll keep an eye out on that.
I know.
Also, from news from Geeks Like Us, we have a new little podcast called Brain Noodles.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome and fun. It's myself, Dr. Rachel, with Dr. Kelly Dunlap, and Dr. Sarah Sawyer. We sit down to talk about all stuff that's just running around in our heads.
Yes, there's some good commercials from Ryan, and we do talk about The Mandalorian in the last episodes if you haven't seen it.
Yep, spoils.
Spoilers.
Nice.
All right. So for anybody who is watching us for the first time, we are Clinical Role. We are a bunch of therapeutic dungeon masters and psychologists who play D&D.
Which has been a while.
Yeah. And so this channel, one of the things that makes our game, I think, unique from other live stream games is for the characters, it's not just about leveling up. It's about them learning about themselves and growing and getting challenged in emotional ways and hitting more emotional beats with the story. While we're also ridiculous on the level of the Muppets.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's D&D.
The story so far has been that the group started off as low level, taking, as you do, you take a job because, darn it, you need to eat. And they were sent by this noblewoman off to go and retrieve something that had been stolen. They failed to ask where they were being sent and found they were sent to the other side of the world, to the jungle, and had to go about and figure out what was happening on the peninsula of Gaul. There were my favorite monster of all times, zombie Tyrannosaurus Rexes in this area that vomit out other zombies at the players. They are beautiful and wonderful and epic, and I think they should be in every adventure. But
we should get a pet one that follows us around.
How do you know you don't already? Dun, dun, dun. But they found that the dead were becoming animated, and this curse of undeath was pushing its way out to the very gates of the city of Mabu. The party agreed to go in to try to stop it. They found this temple that seemed to be the house of undeath, essentially. And they were able to come down, and they found this strange-looking illithid with what looked to be almost like a rotting elder brain. They fought. The two disappeared. They got some really cool items. Gragnold specifically got a really awesome sword that is called the Dawnbringer, or Dawn, as he calls her, who is a sentient sword and talks to him. And they moved on from there, trying to figure out how to get back home, but they were eventually teleported back to the area that they are from. And we need some music. I just realized this. It's been a little while. Moving from there, they went to go and explore a little bit of Immeral's past, traveling down to the city of Windhold, where he was raised, and going to the orphanage and finding out that things were not what it seemed. He actually had a letter waiting for him from his parents and got to meet his former best friend, Crush, who's now the king of thieves there. Some interesting
She
things.
was really cute back, when we were kids.
Yeah, some interesting events happened in Windhold, to include the party being introduced to these very interesting potions called the Potions of Wonder that, when drunk, cause the person to have to pull from Gemhammer and Sons, who are friends of the show, an amazing company, and please always buy their products, draw a card from the deck of Wonder. And so such things happened as Gragnold became the enemy of all chipmunks. And also immediately after was able to understand what chipmunks were saying. And spent the next day and a half getting peppered with acorns and having chipmunks chew up his clothing and food and other things.
But we fought back.
Yes, you did. And Immeral used one of his monk abilities to summon water. And in an epic battle, which shall always be known as the Wetting. Wetting, sorry.
The Wetting!
The Wetting! Someday we'll find out what all happened from the chipmunks' point of view. But they also went into a battle, and we're going to clear out these tunnels that were supposed to be used in times of siege on the city, but Emerald's former friend, Daisy, used them as smuggling tunnels. And so they cleared them out. I think it was Gragnold chugged a potion of wonder, which caused the nearest enemy to him to turn into a fluffy white bunny. Now, the party has never seen what the enemy was because it was around a corner from them, but Baeridin now has a lovely, adorable white fluffy bunny named Bun Bun, who has been traveling with him ever since.
He's got kind of a demonic personality because he loves carrots and celery, both of them.
What's his take on lettuce?
High up there. Yeah.
I think this piece of food keeps eating food. We should eat it.
No, we can only eat pieces of food that we've never named before.
I didn't name him.
Well, I named him, which means you can't eat him.
You can't eat him. I can eat him.
You've referred to him as Bun Bun in the past. That constitutes naming.
Meanwhile, high up in the mountains, Enkai got to meet Baron Valdusi for the first time. And they went off to help the Aarakocra and the Tsuri people who were being harried by basilisks. And so fighting them off, they earned their place among the avian races for a while, until the Queen of the Birds eventually asked them if they would answer a summons she had been given. A temple in the mountains was being held to a siege and had asked for help and assistance. She didn't really want to send a lot of her own troops down there because of lots of activity happening up in the mountains. And so they agreed and went down. And this also happened to be the temple that Immeral was trained at as a monk. There we go. Words can come out of my mouth sometimes. So the two parties became one there, and were able to successfully fight off the siege. The leader of this siege was a priest, paladin of the Church of Pelor. He had been priding himself on going through the mountains and cleansing those who did not follow Pelor, to include the Moonfang clan that Baeridin and Gragnold are members of. So Gragnold got to exact some revenge by doing one of his trademark skills, which is scissoring heads off.
You might say he's ahead of the game on that.
The party then traveled further through the Moonlit Mountains, visiting the wreckage of the Moonfang clan, trying to figure out what was going on, as Gragnold had been starting to get visions that perhaps some of those who had been in his clan survived, but had been dragged down into the Underdark. They met a guardian named Lady Bircha, who had a friend who agreed to act as guide for the party in the Underdark. She also took Enkai on a little jaunt to the elemental plane of water to meet another water genasi and to learn a little bit about what it means to be on the elemental plane of water and what the Darrow, the Jinn of the sea, are like. The party got to travel through the Underdark for quite some time, meeting all kinds of interesting creatures, from myconids to flumps to ropers to just lots of not so fun things. But eventually coming to a drow city where the members of the Moonfang clan and several other people were being held captive in what they would call indentured servitude to Lolth. They were able to free them, luckily, as the city was also being attacked by an undead army led by an Illithid. It's a narrow escape out. The party eventually made it out to the surface with the remains of the Moonfang clan, finding a new place in the mountains to settle. Baeridin, having retrieved an ancient relic of the Moonfang clan, the Wolf's Fang sword, and basically being blessed by the Wolf God as the new leader of the Moonfang clan. Both he and Gragnold were both given visions, though, showing that there were problems in the wider world that needed their attention, that they needed to protect their clan from afar. And so they left the clan in the competent hands of the former chief, as she's leading everybody to rebuild and set up this new valley. Pretty good place. And they have decided to travel to the sea to help Enkai gather her ship again and start bringing Baron back to his homeland, which is also going to bring them closer to the seat of power for the Church of Pelor, which is causing problems all over the place. And so on their sea voyage most recently, they did a bit of pirating. They found a noble person's personal vessel kind of out on its own. Easy pickings. Taking it over, they got to meet some interesting folks on the ship. Specifically was the noblewoman whose family the ship belonged to, is Lady Naren, who doesn't really understand that she's maybe a prisoner. And the troop has since set sail to the city of Jericho, where they were able to sell the commandeered ship and are now gathering some supplies.
We really have our ship together.
And so we will rejoin everybody as you are back in the city of Jericho, getting ready to go for a little bit of shopping and exploring. All right.
Hold on. I want to know, what are Tweedledee and Tweedledum doing? Where are they going, and do I need to keep an eye on them?
Who's Tweedledum and Tweedledee?
You can decide which one you are.
Did I meet them? You should have introduced me.
They were those guys right at the gate.
No, they're probably still standing by the gate.
Oh, well, that's why he's saying that we need to know what's going on with them. They're not here.
Maybe we should go talk to them and see how they're doing.
They didn't seem very friendly
for
us coming into the city.
Immeral seems to care a lot about
going? Where in the city? What are you two planning on doing?
I'm taking Dawn and going to every shop that sells weapons and trying to introduce her to various swords to see if any one of them talk back.
Is this sword Tinder?
I am.
This is speed dating.
Just swiping. Yeah.
Dawn made friends with Immeral's sword.
No, not really. There were no sparks.
Really
there were no sparks.
Oh.
Yeah, there were definitely no sparks.
We have to grind them together to make the
that,
sparks.
No, not unless they agree ahead of time.
It's got to be very consensual spark grinding.
Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I am definitely keeping an eye on those two.
Would the sword version of Tinder just be called Sharpener?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
It's called Whetstone. Both. I mean, it involves swiping. Give me a break. Don't do that.
Let's talk sheath safety, shall we? It is not safe to unsheath your sword.
Oh my god.
Just be aware of who you're unsheathing your sword with.
And we're off to a great stop.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. That's what Gragnold is doing.
Night, ladies and gentlemen.
Gragnold is taking Dawn around and just kind of.
All right. Just make a. Let's do a survival check for wandering around.
What check is this?
This one looks very friendly. I think. I bet it comes from a good blacksmith. Long line of successful blacksmiths. Maybe you two could.
I'm more interested in the shop owner's reaction rather than
have a
his
logistical
check.
question about this.
Yes.
How do dowries work in this situation?
Well, I'm more thinking that Gragnold's going to get a sword for Dawn, and one day he's going to wake up to a new dagger on his belt.
I think Dawn needs to.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Megan, you just inspired Immeral's first real prank.
First real prank?
Yeah. Oh, God. From the moment I held you in my arms.
Go.
I will roll whatever check you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a survival check. Let's. This is mostly to see how long it takes you to find a blacksmith.
That's a 10.
Are you going with? Is anybody going with Gragnold as he does this?
I have to keep an eye on these two. I have to.
Okay.
I guess that means I'm there too.
Okay, well, I mean, you can be if you want to be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss this.
Okay.
I mean, I can't miss this meet cute that's gonna happen here.
Yeah, but this meat cute might meet a meat cleaver. This is gonna get weird.
Exactly.
If that's what Dawn wants, we are not gonna get in the way.
Let me add a character question for that. How much does Gragnold really want Dawn? Like, is this something he's really hoping for her to like find another sword that she feels connected to?
As long as she's not going to leave me for it.
Okay. But is she gonna,
I mean, let's be honest, Gragnold has some abandonment issues
yes.
that have nothing to do with my personal abandonment issues. It's entirely Gragnold's. Not at all a projective function.
I'm seeing two swords on the couch. It's like, so I see you have designs after my daughter. Yeah.
Tell me about your long-term goals.
He's got a big heavy. He's got a heavy crossbow behind him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What heads are you intending to lop off in your future?
Exactly.
Let's just cut through the small talk.
Don't you have another magical sword? Didn't Baeridin bring you another magical sword?
Well, you have a shadow blade,
but not a talking one.
It's not a talking one. No.
Yeah.
It's essentially like. It's mostly a light effect to make it look cool and intimidating.
Isn't that all I want from a sword, really?
Yeah, so you can still do the Dust Till Dawn, but maybe you don't fight with Dawn's special sword.
I definitely don't have this blade in my inventory.
Oh, okay. You did get it.
Forgot to add it to your inventory.
Did it talk to me? Does it remind me that it's there?
No, it doesn't talk. It is not essential.
Then I don't know it's there.
Okay.
Dawn is the only blade for me.
Okay.
And this other mysterious blade that you're going to find through Whetstone.
Yes.
So,
wait.
You know what? You're here to make that into like an actual graphic for an app.
I don't know what that graphic is.
I feel like we should know.
I think that's too graphic.
I think we should know. I think the world needs that.
Yes, it's the dating app for gamers.
Yeah.
God.
But I keep seeing Lion-O's eyes within the sword from the Thundercats cartoon. Like that's like the you have like looking for another sword.
So with a 10, it takes you a really long time to find the right kind of place. The first place you walk into for weapon shopping is incredibly pretentious. These are not like swords built.
Let's get out of here, Dawn. This is not your kind of place.
Yeah, these are
better than this.
swords with just super fancy hilts and badly balanced blades that cost way too much money. It's essentially called Berkstone.
Ugh.
Well, can I help you?
I will sit in the massaging chair for a little bit before.
yes, of course. It's called the lumbering chair to help get you all loose.
There's 100 little pixies massaging every area of your body.
I think it's a good replacement for the riding the riding caterpillar.
I would see if they can upgrade my riding caterpillar.
I mostly want to say yes just to see you have to do that. Eventually, though, towards the early afternoon, you're more towards like the outskirts of the city. Getting close to where you all stayed before when you first came to Jericho through the teleportation circle. There is more of like an industrial district where they're honing items, lots of different forges, and you do come across one called the Whetstone.
Nice. That's the place for you.
And you walk in, and the blacksmith there is a creature. Like you instantly feel a kinship with this guy as soon as you walk in. He's humanoid, but has definitely some more lupine features around him. Adam would recognize this as a long-toothed shifter. And he's, hi, can I help you?
Yeah, we're looking for how best to say this.
Why has he got a sword hilt?
Romantic entanglement?
May I?
Huh?
Yeah, I reach up, I shake his hand. Yes, sir.
Very calloused, very muscular.
I'm looking for some male swords. Is that right, Don? Male swords? Do you have a preference? Sorry, I should have asked.
Either's fine, I suppose.
Doesn't matter. Intelligent blades who want to cross with other swords in a romantic way.
We're looking for like a partner, sort of a other hand deal.
Sort of like, lovers.
Yeah, crossed lovers, sword crossed lovers.
What he said.
Yeah, but
he's
sword.
just like looking between all three of you.
I cover both of their mouths for a moment. So, sir, my friend found an exceedingly rare blade. One that has some unexpected properties, such as, there's no easy way to say this, sentience.
He's got a sentient blade. That's...
Yes.
Lots of sentences.
But nope, we're covering mouths. And he is under the impression that his sword, which we have named Dawn.
It was her name.
We have shortened her name to Dawn. Her name is what she told us is much longer. But we would like to find her a companion, another sentient blade that she can converse with, even cross swords with, in a friendly...
I don't have the magical abilities to enchant blades, but I do have an array of blades that are made from materials that could be enchanted.
And then perhaps could you point us in the direction of someone who could fulfill my friend and his blades needs?
I imagine that there's the magical D&D equivalent of like a panic alarm button. The shopkeeper's like,
yeah, he's kind of like, right. Well, and he pulls.
I realize it's an unusual request. I realize that we're catching you off guard, and this is not the typical, shopping encounter that you would have. But I appreciate your flexibility on this. I'm still covering their mouths.
Right. I could show you the swords. I know that there's a mage school somewhere. They would know something about the enchanting stuff, but hold on. And he actually grabs a really large hammer and slings it onto his back and pulls the key out and opens the door. It's like, the blades are in here. And I'm assuming you all walk in.
I take my hands off their mouth.
It feels kind of weird to be shopping for a companion. Isn't that a strange place to be?
I'm wondering if she wants just a hilt and not a blade. I'm not sure how this works.
Would it be possible if we could get some music going or something and get everybody kind of moving around a little bit?
Immeral is actually a
little more comfortable.
Immeral's a great singer.
Immeral could sing a little bit, and we could change the lights, maybe dim it down a little bit in here, and then
Immeral can change the lights.
See if there's a connection.
Immeral, what do you think? Music? Words? Music?
I think right now is the time for listening to what this man has to say.
Right. The blades that can be enchanted are in the back here. I've got a few I can show you.
Set the mood.
He leans over towards Emerald. Like, what's up with the hilt?
I can still hear you. I'm over here, but I can still hear you.
Nope, he was asking me. So this particular sword is a rather rare sword in that until he starts wielding it in its full capacity, it exists as only a hilt.
And Gragnold, you hear in your head, "Oh, this will be fun. Why don't you show him?" and he just...
Gragnold! Dawn!
So broadswords, these ones are mithril. These scimitars, if you'd like those.
Don't ask me, ask her.
Dawn, sorry, Dawn.
Her name is Dawn.
Dawn, yes. These are not enchanted yet, but they are infused with metals that will hold enchantments well. I believe eventually could hold sentience. And Gragnold, in your head, you hear Dawn ask you, like, ask for the price range.
What's your price range? I pull out a bag of gold that says 1546 on it. I just start handing it down.
I take that gold from you and put it away. Why don't you tell us what your regular costs are?
My regular cost.
Not yours.
Well, some of these things, a weapon like Dawn there, it would, that would be like, I can't even imagine the amount. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that at a magic auction for 60,000 gold.
I'll take it.
That's how much your sword is worth. There.
He wants to buy your sword.
I don't have a sword. I have a friend.
I don't have that money. He
has to go get the money.
I don't want your money. I want a boyfriend for my sword.
Girlfriend, partner.
It depends.
Sword life partner.
It's really just a shorthand for partner. You're right. Whatever Don, I don't think that's how swords work. But Don, whatever you want, just tell me. I'll get it for you. My sweet girl.
So looking over at, there is a great sword there, Gragnold, that it keeps catching your eye, and you kind of feel like maybe Dawn's looking at it too. It's the blade is this beautiful shining silver. Like when you pick it up, you can see yourself in it very clearly. Like better than a lot of mirrors at some of the inns you've stayed at. To the point, like actually, how would Gragnold react to seeing his reflection incredibly clearly?
I think Baeridin's holding it up for him so he can use both hands.
Hold it still, Baeridin.
It's heavy.
I know. It's hold it still. Hold on. No. Oh, there we go. All right. Perfect. I like this one. How much is this one? Sorry, hold on. Dawn, what do you think of this one? It's very shiny.
It is very shiny. It seems very nice. I think it would complement my fighting style quite well. My fighting style being the scissoring effect. I think, yes, we could scissor very well together.
I will not join in the face palming of this group. I want to find the best scissoring partner for you.
Oh my
I will pick up the sword and I will hand him the bag of gold. I'll take it.
Oh, look, the floor.
Oh, what a wonderful joke.
He looks, he's like, to be about 700 gold.
Immeral.
Hold on.
Will you do the honors?
How realistic with the price is he being?
Make an intelligence check. So I don't think Emerald knows much about metalworking and swords and stuff.
Well, you would be correct in that.
Why not 800?
Well, I'm not going to tell you exactly what the total score was, but I can count it on one hand.
All right. Yes. What Emerald would know is Mithril's incredibly rare. Do you pick up the sword at all, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, picking it up. It seems to be very well balanced. Like you can't wield a great sword yourself. But you certainly have picked them up before. Just to be like, okay.
I actually try I try wielding it and just seeing what I can do with it. Two-handed sword forms, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you do it. It's hard to it's a hefty blade, and you're not the strongest. Nope. But you could definitely feel the balance of it is excellent. And you know that Mithril's pretty rare. You're not entirely sure. Seems 700 is probably within the realm of what it should be.
Okay. Can I talk him down to say 650? Sir, this feels good. This feels really good. You should be proud of your work here. But this hilt work here, I think this is maybe worth 650.
People come from all over for my hilt work.
I'm sure they do. But this is really worth 650. What do you think?
He's kind of looking at you all. By the way, is Hobbs with you?
Oh yeah. I think Hobbs has already knocked down several shelves of swords.
Hobbs is a flying monkey.
And I'll tell you what, if for 650, I will take these two and make sure they leave your store.
Done.
I hand the bag back to Gragnold and help him count out 650.
All right, you can add a Mithril Greatsword to your inventory.
All right. I hand the bag back to Immeral with the piece of chalk that I've been using to keep track of the number on my bag.
You
can write
the chalk. And
896 on it.
How much did you have before?
I already subtracted it. You can write 896 on the side. So
896. Boom.
It now says 896 on the side. Scratched it out.
I talked to the two of them. Can you two stay right here outside the shop for a moment? Maintain Hobbs. Don't let Hobbs cause any sorts of trouble, knock anything over, steal anything, or anything that could potentially get us in trouble or prosecuted.
I don't know what prosecuted means, but I can make sure we don't get in trouble.
Arrested.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Don't get arrested.
No, anything that could get us arrested or in trouble.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get arrested.
And keep Hobbs from doing
Hobbs
anything.
Should get arrested.
No.
No.
He's not allowed to leave the room, even if you come and get him.
You know what? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I pull out a piece of food from my pockets wherever I've been storing like granola bars, and I keep Hobbs with me. Just like petting Hobbs, holding on a little tighter than I need to.
Gragnold, try out your new sword over there in the crowd.
I'm practicing. I'm doing like.
Yeah. And Gragnold,
don't hit anybody.
One of the things with Dawn is perfectly balanced, being a completely magical blade. And though like a made blade probably could not match the level of balance, this is as close as you're gonna get. It is just so gratifying to do this dance and to have like these two completely balanced blades in your hand.
They're dancing together.
Yes.
I'm just a conduit.
And you are having fun doing it, but you also in your mind are feeling like some joy as well that you know is coming from outside of you. Immeral, you feel a bit of confusion somewhere outside of you.
And I think I understand where that confusion is coming from.
I feel like something's awakening
into the blacksmith shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, sir, I wanted to ask you some questions while they were not here. Because I think we can both agree it's better to have them outside the store. And I'm keeping a tight hold on this one.
Thank you. Yes.
I have questions about a blade that we found in the where we were exploring, and I'm hoping maybe you can answer some questions and tell me a little bit more about it.
I can certainly try to.
Okay, and I pull out the Takeshi sword and I put it on the counter.
As soon as you pull it out, you see him kind of notably start and step back, and when you set it down, because you've also like tied a bunch of like cloth and stuff around the hilt to try and hide it.
Yep.
And he's looking at it and has his hands kind of up and is just walking around the table for a moment. It's like points to the cloths like, did you do this bit here?
Yes.
May I take them off?
Yes.
You see him untying them, and he's doing just such a careful examination of this blade without he hasn't actually touched it aside from just untying the cloths around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's, can I pick it up? Is that all right?
Go for it.
And he picks it up, moving it around, does a few different forms with it. A beautiful form for this guy as well. Like for someone, he is probably close to 7 feet tall and incredibly muscular. And for someone his size, moving, he just moves with amazing grace as well. And it just, he looks like you would not want to get into a tussle with this guy. He's just like, I've always wanted to see one of these. It was most impressive.
Well, maybe you can tell me a little bit about this.
It's Elven Moonblade of your family, I'm assuming. It's an awakened blade. That's the only way they're awakened.
Okay.
This one, he picks it up and kind of looks along the hilt and is kind of twisting it, and it's like, it's quite old. Say, which number owner of it are you?
Anybody's guess.
Well, it's this is incredible. The making of forging of a moonblade, as far as I know, has been lost. Only some of the original elven families even wield them, and when they get lost, they are lost for generations, if not forever. The glow that you're seeing along here, and pointing to the blade, and you can see it giving off this like faint, silvery moon glow, because speaks to its awakened state, and it's like, observe. And he walks actually back into a corner, holding it up away from you. And as he gets further and further away, you notice the light in it starts to dim more and more.
How do I hide that glow?
As long as it's sheathed, it's not going to show.
Is there any way to hide it while it is unsheathed?
Not that I've ever heard of. It's these types of relics are much like your friend's blade there. Can't be hidden. They are powerful. They are a symbol of power. They are a symbol of your heritage.
Nope.
Oh, he's on a boat.
I'm going fast, and
it's most impressive.
Well, I appreciate that information, and I'm gonna take 20 gold out of my own stock and say, let's keep this between you and me.
Of course, thank you. It was an honor to get to see one of these blades. Can I just do one thing I always want to try with?
What are you planning on doing?
Nothing harmful. Just hold on. And he holds the blade up, and keeping it so he can see it on eye level. And he pulls a hair off of his head, kind of gently, and drops it. And you do see the blade is sharp enough that the hair does actually split.
Oh, Lord.
Satisfying.
Well, and what's your name, good Sir Blacksmith?
Sorry. It's a bit shaken up because the DM sucks at coming up with names on the spot.
Shaken Oop. Got it.
Harry
Shaken the Blacksmith.
Oh, my
Lord.
Falkrin, I am sorry. Forget myself sometimes. But thank you.
Falkrin, I look up at him and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand, and he seems pretty nice and like a little, definitely weirded out. This is definitely a weird day for him.
Tell you what, Falkrin, this is pretty much every day with these two is a weird day.
I can imagine. What is that thing, by the way?
Which thing?
Pointing to Hobbs.
Oh, this is Hobbs.
That explains nothing.
Well, he's see how he looks like a monkey?
Yes.
And he's got wings?
Yes.
His name is Baeridin.
He's a flying monkey. Don't ask. Listen, we have all sorts of strange things that happen to us with some degree of regularity, and it's just become commonplace.
And a great degree of jocularity as well.
Like one of those two has a bunny now. We don't know where it came from, but he's very protective of it.
A cave bunny.
All right. Well, thank you all, and he kind of looks out and sees Gragnold doing his sword dance.
Gragnold!
Is he really thinking his sword's going to date another sword?
Probably. Gragnold,
Right.
we don't have sword raves.
We do now. Baeridin, hit it.
The system is down. The system is down. The system is down.
Meanwhile, back on the ship. Enkai, what are you up to? That's what she's saying, Captain Ishka.
I am nowhere near that. That's for sure. I would want to go into town and go to, I guess, the schools, the place where you find the scholars of the city. Jericho's a big city. I imagine there's some kind of place you could go where there are old, smart people to talk to.
Yeah, there is a university, and guys, you would know where it is, but I don't think she would ever have had reason to go there before.
That's probably true.
Okay.
But I do know the city, right? So I know,
you
like,
know the
it
city.
exists.
Yeah, you know where it is. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to go there.
Alrighty. So you head off. Is Baron going with you? Or?
Yes. Never leave a crewmate alone.
All right. So you two wander in. This university is in the schwankier part of town, closer to the capital, the palace. It's this sort of sprawling campus. It used to be just like one large building that since has taken over like several other outlying buildings. Coming up, though, it is a gated area, and there's a somewhat bored-looking guard there with the halberd. Just, state your business.
I am here to speak with someone about... What am I here to speak with them about? About traveling across planes.
All right. What specifically are you wanting to know? Are you trying to schedule an appointment with one of the professors? Are you trying to gain access to the library?
I am trying to have access to your library.
Right. So he steps aside a little bit and points. He's like, over there is the library. Go in and state your desires, and one of the attendants can help gather books for you. You may have books one at a time. There's a small fee for looking through the stacks.
Thank you.
Okay. Are we unable to talk to an actual person?
I mean, I think let's ask the librarian. I don't want to go through books all day, but at least they let us through the gate. Yeah, no. We're on the same page.
Being no page at all. Talking to a person.
All right, so you two make your way through a courtyard. It's fairly quiet. There's several people laying down, reading books, scrolling through different artifacts. You see one tabaxi sitting up in a tree with their claws out. They've got like this little bit of wood, and they're kind of carving it into this really intricate thing. And there's someone sitting underneath them, and so as they carve out different pieces, like little wood shavings fall down on the person below. Like, Dennis, keep that out. And he just kind of shrugs and is like definitely has that cat attitude of I'm not moving.
That's funny.
And so you guys make your way in. It's a large building. You don't actually see the full area beyond. You can see stairways leading up and out. It's like there's it's almost like a second like you walk in and you can see almost like a second entrance. It's like another outside of the building. Like this whole foyer area is designed to kind of keep people away from the books. And there's small little alcoves where some people, all the students that you saw in the courtyard area seem to be wearing kind of similar design of clothing. They're not wearing like a uniform, but more uniform colors. So like everyone wearing it's all greenish colors for the most part. So either like green robes or dresses or shirts or vests. The people in here though all seem to be more just dressed in different types of regular clothing. So all seem to be guests of subtype.
Let's find the librarian.
All right. There's an attendant sitting behind the desk with this large ledger, and they look up to you and say, hello. Here to do some research.
Yes. And then I lean forward. I'm here to, maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help me. I'm looking to learn more about traveling across planes.
That's a difficult topic. Which plane specifically are you trying to get to? Or is this more you wanting to understand the ways of the cosmic seas and voids?
We're looking to travel to the water plane.
The elemental planes. That's
the elemental planes,
a little bit easier. Yes.
Oh, good.
They start flipping through a book, kind of looking through, and it just kind of, and you see this younger person with a little bit of the green uniform on come forward. It's very short person, gnome probably, or halfling, somewhere in between, and she's got like 2 braids, almost little pigtailish looking. Definitely a little bit of trouble in her face. She's like, yeah. Like, you want to go to section 17B, shelf 2A. Mm-hmm. Go. She kind of rolls her eyes and wanders off. So the fee per hour is 5 silver.
Okay. In my mind, I'm just taking the book with me, but I'll just pay the 5 silver just so I can get the book. But we're clearly leaving with the book.
Okay.
I'm not sitting around reading the book. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say make an intelligence check.
Okay. 4.
Okay. I think it's a solid plan.
Solid plan. Yeah.
That intelligence check has no meaning from the game master as to whether or not this is a good plan.
No.
So we're consistently at this point getting 4 intelligence in this stream.
Yeah, that's not great.
Not the biggest int class,
Earlier, when you told Dr. B to roll intelligence, I rolled 1 just to see if I would know what the sword was worth, and I got a 2.
Oh.
So
Excellent.
the 4 I got and the 4 Rachel got is breaking the curve here.
All right.
Way up there.
Yeah, completely. So you are shown to this small little it's almost like a booth seat at a restaurant. There's a table, there's a spot for an inkwell to go into. Like a sort of like the elementary school desks with like the gap underneath for papers and stuff. There's nothing in there. But definitely this is a place where people can study, and like kind of peeking around at some of the other ones, you do see that some people have set things on the little shelves, some have notebooks out, have put ink in there and are taking notes on what they're reading.
Do you know what it is you're looking for in this book?
I don't know exactly. When I was with Lady Bircha, we traveled to the elemental planes, and I'm just hoping to see if I can learn how she did that so I can return.
Why? Just curious.
I met another water genasi there, and he had some answers about my history and my ancestry, and I want to return and go see him again.
Fair enough. Doesn't sound at all dangerous.
It actually, it really wasn't dangerous. There was like a witch. She was a little weird, but other than that, it was totally fine.
You're not selling me on the safety of this in any way, shape, or form. Just to let you know.
It was safe. I promise, Baron. It was safe.
Well, I'll help you look through the book as best I can.
Thank you. I mean, it didn't take a lot of effort to get there in the first place. I just don't know if maybe Lady Bircha had some kind of special magical ability or special totem or special something. I'm not totally sure. Maybe there's portals. I don't know.
Well, how long are we going to stay here and read through the book?
Well, we'll see if this book looks like it's going to be helpful at all. And then we'll see if we can, use a little sleight of hand and maybe just take the book back to the boat. That was my
I
current
wouldn't
plan.
recommend that.
Who's listening to me?
As you turn around, you see that the halfling snuck up on you guys with a 20
Stop
holding this book. Yeah, people try to steal from here quite a lot. Doesn't usually go well for them.
So can I borrow this book for an extended period of time?
Like, is that a card of some kind that we might be able to get?
No, but look, don't you know that like the elemental planes just kind of bleed into our plane? You just got to find the places they connect.
Yeah, but how do you find the places where they connect? Do you know the places where they connect?
There's legends of different places, like the ocean for the water plane.
Yeah, thanks. That's real smart. No.
Yeah. I mean, you're the one trying to steal a book from the King's University.
Like the ocean. Well, I'm not trying to steal it. I'm just trying to borrow it.
Right. That's the sleight of hand thing.
Some good ears for a halfling.
Stealing would imply that we would never give it back.
Wow.
I'm not trying to be racist. I assumed they had small ears.
Just because we're small means we can't hear now, huh?
That's not what I was saying.
Well,
this is not working out.
She kind of looks over at Baron real quick.
Apologies.
I will not allow the book to leave the library. I promise. I'm a man of honor.
You're right, because I'm going to sit here with you guys. And she sits up on the table in front of you and opens up the book and flips it to the place where it's about the elemental plane of water.
Might actually make the process quicker.
It will. Thank you.
Fair enough.
All right. I read through the book.
So you spend about a half hour. It's you don't need to read through the whole thing for just the section on the elemental plane of water. It's actually pretty short. Interestingly, though, one of the things that catches your eye is there's a language in there that you know is not common, but yet you're able to read. And it makes sense to you. And it does talk about that there are certain anchor points in the world where the two planes connect. The exact location of them can be hard. It was known that there was one within the Dwarven Empire that fell. So the year for you guys is 1612, and this calendar restarted essentially when the large Dwarven Empire that used to reign in this area fell.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, it's even. Do you just stick to the stuff about the elemental plane of water, or do you go on?
I mean, I probably skimmed through it all. Now that the book's in front of me.
Peeking through a couple of the other sections too, you do see that there's rumors that there were connections to all four of the planes within the Dwarven Empire, but the locations have been long lost.
Okay. Maybe it's the ocean.
Yeah. And then you do see that there's certain spots in the ocean.
Right.
There's a location. Hold on, I have to pull up look at the map. Come here, Will the Anvil. Show me the maps.
Because when Lady Bircha took me, we just went into the ocean, but I assumed it was a special place in the ocean.
Well, since it's been so long, I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
And Kai would remember this. You were actually up in the mountains, and you could see the coastline.
But we could see it, right?
Yeah, you could see the coastline. You could see Jericho.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you were up in the mountains, and she took you to a pool, and you jumped down into the pool.
Oh, it was a pool.
Yeah. It was like a spring.
Yeah. Right. So a portal.
Mm-hmm. Like a bubbly mountain spring.
Yeah. Okay.
But there is a spot in the ocean. Where's the map on here? Explore. Atlas. Aha. There we go. I'm still learning how to use this program. So this would be where here? There we go. Far to the north be northeast of where you are now, there's a chain of islands that are volcanic. That's known to have ships disappear into them. It seems to be a likely spot for a crossover to another plane.
Okay.
The one thing in the book would note is it doesn't know which plane.
Okay.
Because you've got earth, fire, water, and air.
Right.
All right around there. And so it's very chaotic. And then there's essentially like a Bermuda Triangle type place.
That's what I wanted to say. I put set sail to Bermuda Triangle. That's what I wrote in my
essentially, There's and there is another place where it's more like Bermuda Triangle that is much more known to be like people talking about getting lost into a place of never-ending water. Like it's hard to know exactly what to believe of those stories. With your traveling, you would have gone through this area before. And it's between two of the continents, and it's one of those places where you just can't see land anyway. So is it people are hallucinating and just thinking they've crossed over because it's been so long since they've seen land?
Right.
Or is there something else to what they're saying?
Right. Okay. So I gather all this information and I give the book back to the halfling. And I say, thank you. Apologies. Sometimes I come off as being rude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Thank you.
Your apologies accepted. Thank you. Well, this has been much more fun than what I usually have to do. And she flips off the table and runs off with the book.
She flips off the table?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Take that, lathe work.
Sounds about right.
All right.
So did you find all the information you need?
Yeah, I think so. That was really helpful. I think that I can try and see if we can find a portal when we leave Jericho.
Oh, and I will add one other thing. Actually, and can I make a history check? It's pretty low.
I rolled a 20.
Nice. As you guys are leaving and walking through the corridor, it hits you and you have this moment of like, why didn't I realize this before? The place where your ship almost went down, where the captain was lost, right near those volcanic islands.
Oh, that's not triggering at all. Okay. All right. Okay.
So how imperative is it that we get to the plane?
I think we need to go that way when we leave the city.
You seem kind of driven. I haven't seen you like this since I've known you. Just a question.
I think that the more I learn about the Genasi and where I come from, the more I realize that there's a lot of history and power associated with it. And I'm just trying to figure out who I am and how I'm meant to understand this power within me.
Not that I'm driving at any particular point, but you said power twice in the last minute.
I did, and I did. You're right.
Doesn't it all concern me? But seriously, is not who you are, who you choose to be in this moment. My God, I sound like Immeral.
I feel like I did have a similar conversation with Immeral.
It does kind of rub off on someone, doesn't it?
Oh, he does.
I just take a moment and appreciate the fact that my character both aggravates and inspires.
In equal measure, I would say.
But that in no way dismisses my question.
Yes. What was the question?
Who are you is who you choose to be.
That is true, but where you come from inspires who you are as well. There's a component of that.
Inspires, not defines.
No.
I'm not trying to argue with you, Enkai. But
I know, Baron. I know. Put my hand on your shoulder. Baron is my closest friend.
Bear?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get me off this topic with nicknames?
No, I'm not. I understand.
You're a very good person, and I know a lot of people that have been swayed from their true being with the promise and allure of power. It has, in my history, not been a good scent when someone sprays it upon themselves. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. That does. I don't want to fall down a dark path.
No one wants to.
True. But, I mean, I feel pretty safe surrounded by friends that will not happen.
Fair enough.
I have this friendship bracelet from Gragnold. And he promised me that he would make sure that didn't happen.
So do you think they've been arrested yet?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we can go back to the seedy part of town. I'm sure that's where they are. Should we try to find him? I mean, I'm a little concerned. It's been a while.
It has been. Yeah, let's go check on them.
All right.
Just to make sure.
And Jack, I did want to ask, would Baeridin want to go check in on any of his usual places for information or anything?
Yeah, I'll go to where I know I would assume that this town, or maybe I'll make the determination, I guess, with GM approval, that like a lot of different towns alike might have a market that carries wares from other different lands. So if we could say,
Yeah, so one of the things about Jericho, like, you probably haven't spent much time within the city walls itself. And just being you'd like to be more in nature and stuff. And outside there is more of an open market. It's basically where a lot of the trade caravans kind of come, and it's essentially like, where the trucks swap out the drivers for the cargo.
Okay.
Right? Like the carts will come, drop off the carts, the merchants in town will take them, but then there's also a little bit of a market there.
Okay.
It's a good place to gather a lot of information about what's going on around the world. And there's places where there's a couple of different inns and places where you have different contacts that you would have met, innkeepers that you would know.
What I was thinking of, because, and again, this is maybe just like one of my obsessions in this area. Maybe only Adam Johns will understand where I'm coming from on this one. But there are certain culinary delights that I can no longer acquire in the city I now live.
Yes.
So I was thinking of like if there would be a market that does like a hometown favorite, and every time I'm in this region, I stop at that market, and occasionally it's kind of like, because of the business, it's someone who like,
honey, so what's new in the old homestead?
Most definitely, yes. There is, so one of the inns that is right next to the market, since you're kind of helping me invent this, Jack, what would this inn be called?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, when you have trouble naming things, put your players on the spot.
No, it's perfectly fine. Call it Many Feathers.
Okay.
Many Feathers Inn, because everyone flies in from time to time.
Aww.
I thought I was going to say Whetstone. I was waiting.
No. Whetstone's a blacksmith. Man, that's already taken. Swipe up if you like, swipe down if you don't. Someone's creating this now. That's going to happen.
Right, I'm jotting this down in notes here. So
yes. All right. So you go to inn, and you said that you would call the barkeep Annie is the owner?
Sure. Many Feathers Inn. Wait. Annie? Why can't I do... There we go.
What's the food that they serve?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for bird nest soup.
It's actually a... because of Baron's love for nature, it is a completely vegan stew. It's kind of... similar to like a dandelion stew, where it's just something that is completely made of nothing but plant and kind of like root veg. They call it leaf vein stew.
Where's the beef?
Oh!
See, now I want to change Annie to Clara Peller just to make it fit where it old people references, yes.
Yeah, and so with it being a leaf vein stew, so Annie's going to be a Filbrog.
A what?
Filbrog, the giants from nature, who are more like Fey touch giants, essentially.
Okay,
that's what they are. So they're very large, but they have they're in balance with nature and typically are vegetarian.
All right.
So you come in, Enkai, this is a lot of walking. You guys have to hoof it a couple of miles to get out of the city proper, and you're finally outside, and like it is kind of nice. It opens up almost instantly outside the final walls.
I'm sorry, I'm automatic like the whole trip. It's like, no, trust me. It's going to be worth it when we get there. Like
come on.
I swear, when you get your first taste of this soup, it's like your life is reimagined.
Is there fish in the soup?
No.
Okay. All right.
So as you come in, the atmosphere is really interesting around this. There's no like proper roads. You can see like there's a place where probably you have a fairground set up at some point, and a few different like standing structures, but for the most part there's a lot of tents around. You see like a couple of different wagon caravans just kind of grouped up together, people walking around, and you see this in the inn sign is actually like very intricately carved with all of these different bird feathers going in a circle. Nice. As you come in, and you see the ceilings in here are incredibly tall, about 15-ish feet up to, and there's this very, very large woman behind the bar. She's this grayish furry skin, these floppy ears, sort of almost like a cow-like nose. And she looks up and sees Baron.
He literally, Baron, kind of uncharacteristically, like he sprints over, like jumping toward her for a big old hug.
Yeah, and she actually like is able to pick you up over the bar and gives you like just this big like. And this is my canon for Filbrogs is they give the best hugs ever.
It's almost like a chiropractor visit.
Yeah, and just like a really good big hug. It is so good. You want some of the stew? Yes.
Oh, of course. And actually, may I present my friend Enki?
She picks you up and gives you a big hug as well. And it is the best hug. And like, does Enkai stiffen up, or is she kind of like?
Oh, she stiffens, but when it's a good hug, then she'll get into it. Yeah.
And she's like good happy pat on the back. I'll get a couple of stews. Do you want some bread to go with it? I've just baked some fresh loaves.
Oh yes.
Yes. And
she's lovely.
Yeah, it's a very rich, earthy smelling stew. The bread's more of like a coarse brown bread with like lots of seeds and things in it, but delicious and very good. Just smiles like, so how long are you in town for?
Not terribly too long, I'm afraid. Still traveling, searching, as always.
Hell. Oh, it reminds me, I have something for you. Someone delivered this a while ago.
Really?
Yes, hold on.
I wasn't expecting this, but...
You get mail here, Baron?
Apparently, yes. Not normally. I honestly come for the mail, stay for the soup. I guess.
So if you go over to the journal, which is that little newspaper-looking thing on Roll20, you should be able to see Baron's letter.
Oh, there we go.
There. You get it. It is rolled up, and it has been tied with. Why can't I think of what's the like natural fiber?
Twine?
Like twine?
Not twine.
Linen?
Nope.
Flax?
Hemp.
It's brown, not hemp.
Ribbons.
I love everything. Hemp.
Name that thing I am thinking of that I
I
can't.
definitely had hemp. It's definitely hemp.
It's
Hemp, flax, linen,
It's hemp, right? Yeah.
cotton.
Hemp.
Nope.
Rope.
Is it hemp?
It's definitely not hemp. It's tied with whatever this is. And also
Cat gut.
Baron, make a nature check with advantage.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely hemp. Don't worry. We all know it.
Whoa, dropping dice. Hold on. Let me get back to my sheet here. I'm pretty sure I know what my nature is, but. Yep. Whoa, nat 20.
Nice.
Yay.
Oh, easy enough. What you notice in this is there's a seal that's just pressed. It looks like it was pressed with the side of a coin. So no like official seal done. But underneath the wax, you see a small collection of leaves from your home area.
That poor seal.
That was the joke I was going to make.
I said it, but my microphone was muted. So I had to unmute in order to say it. Tragic.
I'm trying to look up what this stuff is online because it's bugging me now.
I think it's hemp, Megan.
It's not hemp.
We've all said it. I'm pretty sure it's hemp.
You like can pull it out and it gets more. It's
Hemp.
like almost thin, papery. I don't.
Totally hemp, man.
And some Funyuns.
Yes. nice catch, brother. Nice catch.
Yeah, I got that. That's Jim Brewer reference right there.
Oh yeah. So, shall I do one of those reading the letter, like in it's like my voiceover moment?
If you wish to keep it private, that is completely up to you.
I think we can all play without out of character information, unless you intended it to be secret, and then I don't want to.
No, it's up to you.
Baron, I thought to write to you, as we have not talked in some time. I have been busy, as I imagine you have been as well. I think often of the mountains near our home. I came upon a library not long ago and learned much about our home region. Did you know that it once was the seat of power for a giant kingdom? Strange to think of our small, neglected part of the world once being so powerful. I digress. How have things been with you? What news of the wider world? I hope that our paths cross soon. I have been wandering as ever, meeting new sights and new people. I cannot but hope to one day soon see the familiar again. Seeing your face would do me much good. Take care, and may your travels be easy ones. Gareth.
Is everything okay, Baron?
Well, that all depends. How long ago did you get this?
A few weeks ago, I think.
Who gave it to you?
Oh, let's see. It was. Who was that? Erin. She brought it in.
Really?
Yes.
Why would I not have brought it himself?
And I'll say this, Jack. Baron, this isn't how Gareth writes.
Yeah, a lot of it. Especially because we had. Because correct my memory. This is my brother, right?
Yep. Yes, this is your brother. Yeah.
It's like it's a little too present. Getting at the end, I'm like, wait a second.
Erin, you haven't heard anything from Gareth, have you?
No. Gosh, last time I saw him was 3-4 years ago.
Huh. Very strange.
As you are... Yeah, if anyone needs to run to the loo, please do so. It's okay. As you're looking at this, there's this strange kind of acrid smell that almost like a resin that you can smell as you're looking at the letter.
Actually, I kind of want to turn my attention while I'm smelling the letter. I want to. I know that the common term that I know it as is like psychometry, but I want to, with my penchant for looking for signs and the like, I'd like to kind of hold the feathers with a bit of kind of solemn intensity and really focus on them to see if they bring me any pictures.
As you're
while
focusing
I'm
on the
smelling the acrid smell.
Make a nature check.
As Fat Bastard would say, wafting, wafting.
It's in my belly.
What a reference.
Thank you. 25.
25.
Everybody likes their own brand, don't they?
Sorry.
So, as you're reading this and looking at it, one of the things it's reminding you of, it's the southern part of your homeland. These more craggy mountains, very desolate area. There's a cove that comes in and is fairly close to the mountains. These ones are a little bit. So one of the things about your hometown, if you remember, is it's sort of in this unclaimed area. It borders 4 different kingdoms, but not all. It's like one of those. All of them claim that area as theirs, but nobody takes care of it. So it's basically a no man's land.
Okay.
To the south is the kingdom of Erza, and it's one of the easier areas of access into the mountains. You have to climb through a few different mountains, but there's passes there. And the feathers and leaves that are stuck into this really remind you of that southern area.
Okay.
Annie, do you know of any libraries that I'm very confused by this letter, which is supposedly from Gareth, but Gareth doesn't write this poetically.
I'm not sure we can go back to the library. I don't think you're going to let us in.
You guys might have been put on the ban for life list.
Do you know now? And again, just again, D&D not necessarily my forte with lore and history and such that. So, in terms of Fey Touch Giant and stuff like that, do they have knowledge of giant culture in general?
A bit there. So the lore of the Filbrogs, as I understand it, is during a time of seed of chaos in the world, this brand of giants basically went into the Feywild.
Oh.
And so they speak Sylvan they speak Elvish. So then they have come back to the prime material from there. So they do know a little bit about giant culture, but they are outside of giant culture.
Okay, well, this might actually work. But I just love in my head it went, they went to Sylvan Learning Center. I can't. My brain, unmedicated ADHD. How's it going, everybody?
Do you know of some of the history of the giant culture having a seat of power down in the home region?
Oh, way out there. Yeah, the mountains up there were a place where I think it was stone giants lived long ago. I don't think they're there anymore.
Would the place still hold any of the power, even though the giants are no longer probably in that region?
Well, quite possibly. I wouldn't. Let me make an intelligence check for her. I'm keeping the train going. Got an 8. I doubled it at least.
That's like genus level.
I am so smart. SMRT.
I mean, a severity. Nothing I know of for sure. It's just rumors of what used to be there.
How long since you've been home?
Oh, we traveled west when I was just a little girl. Parked myself Dad and Mom set up this shop to help with some trading, and we really liked it. And haven't been back since.
Haven't heard anything, you know.
Those Pelorians are causing a lot of trouble. There's a lot around town here. I've enjoyed seeing them in here. They're rubbing everybody the wrong way, which is a bit odd. I imagine that it's even worse out there, being so close to Suncloud.
So they're still gallivanting about, growing, causing more trouble than ever.
Yes. Their new leader seems intent on ensuring that everyone comes to the light of Pelor. Blah, blah.
So I'm trying to look for names here in my history because I have it in a different place.
All my notes are in a different place too, which is why I'm giving World Anvil a shot.
How wonderful. How wonderful. This is great to remember things. I didn't give my wife a name.
She did. Hold on,
lady.
Like,
I'm so.
Wife,
I just
wife.
Yeah.
Hi, you
Baroness.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Cobra Commander.
All right, your sister was Bethany. She married and she moved her to the Circle. Your father passed after an invasion and required more people to fix than they could afford. Knowles came in.
She totally had a name.
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah,
that episode.
I don't remember what it was.
I'm scrolling through all my notes. This is the exciting part.
Yes, the accounting. I'm terribly sorry, viewers. For
all right, it's Vela. I don't know if I can
can't pronounce it.
Valoria. Valora.
Valoria.
Valoria.
Yes.
Valoria.
Wow. Yeah.
Had to tip my cap on that one.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh my God.
Any news of Valoria or my boy?
No, nothing since Gareth's last bit of news that they were doing all right. I don't know.
How long ago was that news?
It was when I saw Gareth 3 years ago.
I can't put my finger on what bothers me about this damn note. Just doesn't seem like anything he would have written.
Oh, no.
Be right back, gang.
Yeah. She leans forward and kind of smells like some sort of sap or something on there. Oh,
I was focusing.
I'm sorry, everybody. I know our videos just all got screwed up. Our producer Sven had to go to bed because he's going to work at 4 a.m. So hopefully when Dr. B signs back in, we'll all be back to where we're supposed to be. I am so sorry. How bad. I'm turning it on right now to see. Oh, geez. Okay. It's pretty bad.
Look, it's pretty bad. But, you know, you can still see our faces.
Bad. Okay. Yeah.
Except for Adam Johnson. You're not in
there. Jack and I are still on screen.
Yeah.
There
you are. There you are. Oh, you're in all the
there
squares.
You are. Oh my gosh. Okay.
He is the planeswalker, the man of two worlds.
Okay. But Jack is still Jack's in Dr. B's spot now. So.
When he comes back, we'll all be in different spots now.
Probably, yeah. If you guys step away, please don't turn off your cameras.
I was focused more on the feathers, but I was on that acrid smell. I couldn't place it myself.
Can I lick it?
And he puts up a finger and pulls a lantern over towards it.
Okay, I give it another look-see.
And just hold it up to the heat.
All right.
As you do, you see something else pop up on the page.
Uh-oh. Go back to roll 20?
Yep. And you should have another...
full letter. Uh-oh. For the benefit of our listeners. I love everybody's like, you paid for the whole seat, but you only need the edge of it, folks.
You need to return. More is going on than I can write. I'm working on staying close, but out of sight. That's odd. Gareth rarely rhymes. Find the ruins of the giant city. I'll try to leave further instruction there. Ruins of the giant city.
Let's see. Adam's in the right spot. I'm in the right spot, and that's it.
I'm Enkai now.
Oh, I get to be.
Yeah. Dr. B, please don't turn off your camera when you walk away.
Oh no!
This is one of those fun games where we all just trade character sheets.
Yeah.
You are now Adam Johns.
His name was Adam Johns.
Sorry, everyone.
I can't fix it because Fed went to bed.
It's just one of those memorable moments, you know? So if I know approximately from what Annie was just telling me and from what I know of my own region, like how far does that put us away from like where we're traveling and such? Because
you guys Enkai's intent was to take you back to your home area.
Yeah. So now I think we just have to take you to the south way.
Yep. Well, you're still going to have to travel north. So it essentially, though, you would know that going into the region. So you guys are this would be where you can make some decisions on what you want to do for your sea travel. Because what you guys had been doing was kind of sticking close to the coastline so that you didn't have to worry about as many supplies and stuff. At this point, though, you could go open seas and go pretty much directly past these volcanoes.
Yeah, I'm clearly doing that.
To the north around. Then there is basically, once you get to the eastern side of the continent, there basically is Tortuga, which I have.
We've encountered once before. Well, I have.
Yes, you have. You've been there many times.
Were you talking about encountering the dragon?
No. This is like the pirate island. Like
pirate party town.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I feel like I'd be welcome there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then a little bit further south is where you'll be able to go up. It is going to be it's one of those. This is far. You're sure.
But that's where we were going anyway.
You were going there anyway, so you're looking, and it's about month and a half if you're able to get good winds and go pretty fast. Now you do have Immeral who can punch the sails to make them go faster.
I have an elk totem.
It doesn't work on vehicles though.
Did that actually work? Me punching?
Yes. Yeah, it would have. I mean, like you're sending basically like a pressurized bit of air into the sail, and like so.
If we
it doesn't really work.
No.
By physics. You can't put a fan on a ship and make the ship
Don't
go
ruin it for us.
It just doesn't work that way.
Story, not details.
It's a force versus
yeah.
Push.
Well, it's also pull. This is a thing of he's using magic essentially too.
Yes, magic.
It's magic. It's magic. It's magic. It's magic.
It's magic, not quite physics. I would say it would work, but it's not going to like make you guys it. How would I put this? On days where there is no wind, it would help get you guys moving. But if there's wind,
it's not like nitrous.
No.
No.
But if it was, we would have a really good time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
can we do like a Tokyo drift?
You shaping yourself into like a whale of some kind,
and then push the boat
or pull the boat. Yeah.
You do the wind, and then I'll push the boat from the side, and we'll Tokyo drift our way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do King of the World on front of the ship.
Yeah.
Nice.
With Dawn and what's your new sword's name? Or are you going to wait till?
He doesn't have a personality yet, so I feel weird about naming him. Or we're going to do a whole weird science thing. I'm hoping.
Okay, I like this.
It's alive.
I'm going to get to figure out how to imbue this sword with magical powers and a personality. This is going to be fun.
I'm going to put a bra on my head just to really bring it into the weird science.
The weird science arena.
It's my creation.
I'm seeing Immeral as Chet.
Well, Emerald's eating a burrito.
R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
Yes.
Yeah. So, with travel, I would say to you, know that your brother knows that you have to travel by Monday means you don't have access to something like a teleportation circle or the teleport spell.
Well, I mean, I would also realize that if it wasn't like, you get your butt to a teleporting or, to someone who can get you here immediately, that would have been in the letter. So, him knowing that it's...
apparently there's some danger towards home.
Well, good thing we're headed that way.
But as I said before, I mean, it sounded like something serious, but not an immediate emergency. I don't want to hold up your quest either.
Well, where I need to go is on the way.
Very well.
So we can do 2 birds, 1 stone, as long as we don't have to sit around Jericho bailing our friends out of jail.
I'm pretty hopeful that if something would have burst into flames by now, we would have been able to see the billowing smoke of crap. That has not happened, and I wish I knew more about what this emergency was. It was the lost city of the giants, but that explains my brother's overly pleasant tone.
Well, maybe we should finish up this soup and get going then.
Yeah. Thank you, Annie. Please, don't allow my sour disposition in any way to reflect your cuisine. As usual, amazing.
Would you like me to pack up a little bit for you to take with you on the road?
That would be amazing.
And she gives you a little,
styrofoam container.
Well, I'm imagining it's almost like a gourd, like a hardened gourd that she's used to hold it together.
Oh my gourd!
So it's pretty.
Oh my god! Leaf
counter.
Soup.
We definitely need a pen counter on this stream.
Oh my gourd! Are y'all here?
Could I ask you one final favor, Annie?
Of course.
Could you take this or give it to someone that you know is going home to give to Valoria? I have a feeling that, for better or for worse, we will reconnect.
All right. What do you give her?
I give her a letter that I've slowly been penning, meaning I'll be giving this to you very shortly, GM.
All right.
But basically, a letter with a little kind of financial care package.
All right.
So, all right.
Let's see what I can do.
Thank you.
Baeridin.
I would like to, one word at a time, between me and Adam and Raphael, come up with what ridiculous shenanigans are currently happening as we come back.
I was going to tell you something. Roll a history check real quick.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I'm right in the bell curve.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4, but got a 7.
Oh, 7. Seven's high enough. And as you're watching Gragnold do his sword dances, you feel a grumbling in your belly. And it makes you sad for a moment because you remember Ben and Jerry's wonderful ice cream treats. And then you remember those donuts.
Oh, yeah.
This was the first place you had the donuts.
This place has donuts. Gragnold! We have to go get donuts
right now.
This way.
You were just about to drop the beat.
The beat can wait.
Look at the crowd. I don't think they want to wait.
Crowd, what do you want more than anything else? Donuts! Baeridin does not wait for a response.
I picture that in this moment, Baeridin was doing the beat in the back, like, prepared to drop the beat, and was like, donuts. And the whole crowd's like, what's happening? Oh, God! We have to follow them.
Yes. What was Emerald doing at this impromptu rave?
Immeral was eating a burrito, is what Immeral was doing. Because Immeral knows better at times than to, stick a tire in the stick a stick in the spokes here. They've just got to ride it out. As long as nobody was dying, I am just in the back eating a burrito and watching this.
What do you do when you see Baeridin say, scream out donuts and take off?
Finish the burrito and calmly but swiftly run after him.
It's like he looks over.
Okay. And, maybe as I'm running after him, swipe a tankard of something, because it was a good burrito.
Yeah.
Try and stealthily get a tankard of something quaffable.
You're able to get something easily enough. Baeridin, make a survival check with advantage.
Oh, me.
Yes.
I'm still thinking about the donuts.
I'm just waiting to get to the donuts here.
Well, we're saying how quick you're able to get to the donuts.
17.
17.
Oh.
The instinct just takes over as you start running through the streets. You're like, Crispies is this way.
This way. This way.
And you're just like, you get the smallest smell of sugar and dough as you're just taking off.
Gragnold has worked up a full body sweat at this point.
Yes.
And is already not wearing a lot of clothes and is now running behind him, fully sweating with two blades out, just running full speed.
You catch with your Totem of the Elk, you catch up to Baeridin super quick. Now Baeridin and Gragnold, you are both moving at an accelerated speed. People are getting out of the way. Several are panicking.
I actually watched Gragnold go past me, wielding two swords.
Gragnold went before you because you stopped and finished your burrito.
Perhaps I've never seen Immeral eat.
At one point in our canon, we had sort of pretended that Gragnold had a baby Bjorn that he would put Baeridin in.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to swoop past him with the Totem of the Elk and grab Baeridin and throw him in the baby Bjorn.
Yes.
And then keep running.
Yeah.
Baeridin continues to run as he's being picked up. He's no stranger to the Bjorn, so he stops and just starts pointing at that point.
Guiding Gragnold, you guys are moving incredibly fast because the Totem of the Elk doubles your speed, right?
Yes.
All right, so
what's their speed at this point?
100 feet or every 6 seconds.
When they're running?
Yep. Are you able to keep up, Immeral?
Amazing.
So I've got a base speed of 50.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you dash, it's 100.
And when I run while using the dash action,
you can go 150, right?
Something like that, yeah.
All right, yeah, you're able to catch up pretty quickly. But the smell comes to you, and you see a small crowd gathered outside Krispy Kremes.
I grab the baby Bjorn and Flintstones dig my heels in to try and slow Gragnold down.
Make a contested strength checks here.
While I'm telling him, put the swords away.
Contested strength scores.
Yes.
Okay. $24.
I did not get that because of my natural, and I know you're going to appreciate this, my natural -1.
I want to think that I want to grab him and throw him over my shoulder. Fireman style.
I was half as strong as Gragnold.
Yeah, you're able to pick Immeral up as he tries to stop you.
He puts his hand on my shoulder, and I think he's like, we're running together.
No, I'm grabbing by the straps. Straps.
Yeah. Either way, I'm like, I got you. I didn't understand your social cues, so I was just running with you, not fireman.
Okay, so I just want to be clear about this. There is now a shirtless, sweaty, dual weapon wielding dwarf with a halfling baby Bjorn and a perplexed elf over his shoulder.
Yep. Except it's a
running through the crowd, dual wielding.
Yep. And you do hear Don be like, Gragnold, you're going to stab one of your friends. You should put us away.
This one doesn't work.
He'll just go in a scabbard for now.
This is a great sword.
You guys make your way up, and it is pretty crowded outside. There's a line queue, and you do see someone's just changing the signs of like, we have fresh donuts.
I'm literally only following where Baeridin is pointing. I have no decorum with the line whatsoever.
Yep.
I'm going to do something that Baeridin almost never uses, which is I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
To make a giant donut appear to the side of the crowd outside of the restaurant.
What's your spell save?
Oh man, it's probably terrible for this. I'll bet it's intelligence based. It would be
8 plus proficiency plus
13, I think. No, 14.
14. Okay, that's not bad.
Not terrible.
Yeah, it's better than I thought.
2 succeed and recognize this to be an illusion. Everyone else is like, whoa! And they run over to examine it, and their hands start going through it. They're very confused.
And I'm imagining it's just momentarily as we're getting up to the line.
Yeah.
Where Baeridin is going to go, look, a giant free donut!
His donut appears. And now that Jack is back, I will say at this point, Enkai and Baron, you're wandering past and you're coming up on Crispy's donut shop, and you see Gragnold running with his sweat coming off of him. He's got Baeridin in his Bjorn, and he's got Immeral on his back. And Fireman style. And then you see Baeridin cast this minor illusion off to the side. Several people get out of line.
I immediately look to see if anyone in town guard attire is chasing them.
Make a perception check.
Oh boy.
I stand there and sigh.
Wow. Almighty bless the Cthulhu die tonight. Jeez. 23.
23. Yeah, you do see a couple of guards like very out of breath running up the street from where they're coming from how do I put this? They're definitely chasing them coming from the direction that the party had been coming from.
Would I have seen the guards? Hey, Gragnold, how are you carrying Immeral? Head forward or head back?
Head back. Like I imagine your legs are kicking this way like this.
That's
so,
even
Immeral,
better.
just to be clear with this, your choices are pushing yourself up and trying to balance as you're getting run along, or face in a sweaty dwarf back.
I'm trying to face up at the guards who are chasing us to be like, it's fine. It's fine. It's performance art. What it is it's busking.
Busking?
So
Can Jack have a translation on what busking is?
A busker is the old the old English term for street performers.
Oh, very nice. Okay. TIL.
What does Gragnold do as he's going along and he sees Enkai and Baron coming up?
My thought is Gragnold. There's like a thing that Gragnold does when Baeridin is in the Baby Bjorn, and that is just goes into full on autopilot, where his consciousness merges with Baeridin's consciousness, and then if Baeridin points some direction, Gragnold is able to simultaneously understand and interpret that nonverbal cue in a way that all that Baeridin has to do is a subtle indication of his neck and head. Gragnold knows exactly what to do. So Baeridin, Gragnold is barely a person right now. Gragnold is a vessel for Baeridin.
So you become
Baeridin,
Jorg?
I was going to say, Baeridin is Crag.
Yeah,
and Gragnold is his new body.
Yeah. Hi, my new body. Yep. And which I guess Immeral then is the Shredder.
Wow.
So then I guess Baeridin, what would you be instructing Gragnold to do as you come up?
This is not nice, but Baeridin's getting into being a pirate and does not want to wait in line.
Oh!
So he's gonna just, I guess, non-verbally gesture to Gragnold to move these people out of line in front of him.
All right, so Gragnold.
I don't want to kill him. I just want them out of the way.
How are you getting the people out of the way? Are you strong-arming through them?
Oh my gosh, this is a tough one for Gragnold because he's so used to beheading people.
We're about to get into a whole lot more trouble.
Oh my gosh!
Than we usually get into.
Do I notice what's about to happen as I'm being fireman carried?
And actually, Emerald, make an athletics check.
I like that we have more than enough time for this craziness to take shape. That's what I'm loving. It's only 11:22. We got lots of time for crazy to happen.
I would like to take a moment and acknowledge the fact that strength check I made, that 12, has been the highest I've rolled all night. So this came close with an 11.
11.
Ooh.
So, as you're going along, like you're trying to keep your arms pushed up so you can see the guards and kind of motion to them, but
he's so sweaty.
I'm glistening.
Sweat. Your arm slides down and you just
it's everywhere. It's
everywhere.
Your
face into the small of his back and just have Greg sweat all down your face.
Oh,
it's in your beard.
To be fair, my best sweat comes from my lower back.
Oh, he's so great.
I'm so glad I go with them. Oh my god.
Oh no, I straight up elemental attunement, so I get a water in my face. Just boom, I gotta wash that.
I know it's raining all of a sudden, but just on your back.
I actually I want to do that to try and wake him up. Just boom.
I have pulled out both of my swords and I'm going to clear the way for Baeridin.
No,
and
water.
Then this water splashes on my face
around his head. Just boom.
What am I doing? I think we need to take a break here, Baeridin.
What? Baeridin's going to reach up and grab Gragnold's beard and pull him closer and say, Gragnold, donuts!
Baeridin, I think we have a problem. I was about to cut off several people's heads.
Well, all right. don't want you to cut off their heads.
I think we could wait in line. Or we might be able to cut in line.
What are we doing with me? I'm still here.
We're having a conversation while...
Yeah.
I think Immeral might have some
put
good...
down now.
Immeral might have some interesting things to say.
Immeral!
I would love to acknowledge who's talking to me, but all I see is dwarf back.
Immeral!
Are you scooting him around so his face is down by back?
Are you freaking like... Now the world is sideways.
Immeral!
Still can't acknowledge who's talking to me.
It's me.
Right now, what I see is
we've been friends a long time.
Bend.
Do you remember me? My name is Baeridin.
How about somebody puts me down?
Well, sorry.
I can't do that.
Immeral, what did you say? You were talking into my armpit.
I don't think Immeral remembers anything, Gragnold.
He's got amnesia.
He's got amnesia.
We should give him some donuts.
Or put me down.
That might spark his memory.
Like when he was talking about being Dabney.
Oh, this is the same kind of thing.
Okay. Have you
put him
me down?
Yeah.
Your name is Immeral.
What are Enkai and Baeridin?
I think that they're arguing for so long. Like, we got in line, got donuts, and are like eating them.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are standing outside with these beautiful sugar glazed donuts. They are delicious. They are the best thing ever in Jericho. Watching the shenanigans, and some guards finally come up, kind of panting, like, yeah.
Glaze?
You look like you could use it.
Do I see the dwarves looking like sweaty and whatnot?
The guards, yeah.
Yeah, the guards.
Yeah.
Are they out of breath?
They're a little out of breath. They're kind of coming up running. They've been running in full plate mail.
Okay, I look over Gragnold's shoulder. I'm like, you're all drenched in sweat. You want to dry off for a sec?
Oh, it's okay. Why?
Actually, can elemental attunement poof of air?
It's like a hand dryer.
Right. You were brandishing weapons on city streets, causing distress among the citizenry of Jericho. This is a crime, and you have to pay the fine or spend the night in the prison.
I don't know what brandishing means.
It's a donut emergency.
Are we within earshot?
Yeah, you guys are like standing there watching this eating donuts.
I look over at Inga. Should we get involved or just watch? I really don't know what's best anymore.
I mean...
But that soup, was I right?
Oh, the soup was great. The soup was fantastic.
Told you. You brandish Dawn all the time.
I feel like I want to bribe the guards so they don't, so it's not more of a scene.
No, I cover I cover Gragnold and Baeridin's mouths again. And I turn and just look at the guards and say,
as you're still like, oh no, he set you down. That's right. He set you down.
Gentlemen and ladies?
One's female, one's a male.
Okay. Ladies, gentlemen. These two simple creatures are unfortunately misunderstood performance artists who are not familiar with the rules of your town. We are actually here on a mission to deliver a message to this gentleman cooking donuts right now on behalf of his family, and they were simply trying to raise money to purchase a few donuts in the process. I promise you, if you were to let this slide, we would make sure it does not happen again.
Make a deception check.
I'm not trying to deceive them entirely.
You are part of a rebel alliance.
For a diplomatic mission to the donut guy. Sorry.
Again, I would really like to take a moment to appreciate.
Tonight Intelligence is not a sponsor.
I have a +6 to deception. I got a 9.
Nice.
I have this nice dice therapy room.
Yes.
I love that you have that right there next to you.
Yeah,
wait a minute. What are the motivational posters? I never saw that detail.
Dice, your dice reflect your game. Determination. What does it say? With enough tries, you will eventually roll a 20.
Nice.
Cognitive dissonance.
So positive.
Yeah, these are like bumper stickers.
He had a degree in statistics, but he will still roll a d20 5 times at the game store to decide if it rolls high. I like it.
Nice.
Randomness, trust in the oracles of the dice, and sometimes life, you don't know if you rolled the dice correctly.
Well,
nice.
True.
And I also ask, what is the fine for this unfortunate misunderstanding?
60 gold.
60 gold. Gragnold.
Baron actually walks up and drops 10 into your palm. He's like,
can we just get the group out of here?
Thank
seriously?
you. Gragnold, what kind of money did you make for your art earlier?
I didn't make any money for my art. I'm mostly interested in donuts.
I hand him a donut.
And I look to the guards, and I just say, these simpletons.
I'm mostly interested in a smart sword to date my
You see one of them pulling out a notebook. It starts like what are your names?
Moonfang, not Simpleton.
Moonfang, Simpleton.
No. Just Moon.
Just Moonfang.
Just Moonfang.
My name is Noldgrag of the Fang Moon clan.
Gragnold of the Moonfang clan.
That's you got your name wrong.
I was trying to think. It didn't work. This is a good donut, though.
My name's not Moonfang. Baeridin Moonfang. It's something else. It's.
I hand him a donut like I'm Donahue, like just.
Wilbur.
Can I be eating a donut as this is happening, just rolling my eyes?
Yep.
Well, we better be going now, Wilbur.
You will pay the fine, or we're taking you into the stocks.
You can't take me anywhere. I'm a citizen.
Don't say that to the cops.
Actually, Gragnold, I think it works the other way. I think that's why they can take you somewhere.
I know my rights.
To those new to the stream, on our very first game, when Gragnold went to go read a contract, he got a 0 on his check and was reading a napkin instead.
I know my left, too.
Oh, that's really good, Gragnold. Wait, do you know which one is which?
Up is this way.
Well, that's close enough.
I look back at the guards with the donut, just gesture. I mean, really?
60 gold, this can go away. The more they talk, the more I'm feeling that a night in prison might ensure the safety of the people of Jericho.
I was thinking
Gragnold?
Same way Immeral was, that it's should he pay us to go away?
Gragnold, we're going to pay the people.
Oh, this is like a local custom, Gragnold.
Oh.
Running through the sword costs money. Running through the streets with swords costs money.
I don't think that's... Well, it seems worth it. Here you go. I hand him my entire bag of gold and I pull my swords out and start running through the streets again.
Tried!
The guards kind of look at it, weigh it, look at each other.
I take out 120 and just give it to them.
They have Gragnold's whole coin purse right now.
No. I'm taking that back, and I'm taking out 120. Just and in the meantime, how far away is Gragnold?
I think he's gone.
I don't know why, but the way you're swinging your arms around, I'm imagining the Numa Numa song playing in Gragnold's head. Maya, Maya.
Numa Numa, hey, yes, that is 100% in my head right now. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So before Gragnold gets too far away, can I take a pebble and just try and ding him just enough to trip him up and knock him down?
Gragnold, how far would you have gotten?
I mean, I can run 100. I mean, I'm pretty far.
He's pretty far.
For the sake of the story, I'd love for him to try.
Yeah, go ahead and try. It's going to be a disadvantage just because of the distance.
Please don't crit fail.
I'm full on.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This is where the story gods favor me because I rolled a base 19 on both.
Oh wow!
Which gives me a 28.
Yeah, easy
After all
enough.
the terrible rolls.
You were able to pull one of your pebbles out, throw it, smack it dead in the back of Gragnold's skull. What does Gragnold do?
Just slide.
Full slow motion. Gragnold face plant.
We're and I say to the guards, we're gonna go pick him up now.
Maybe keep his swords away from him while he's in the city.
We're gonna do our best.
I want to say Gragnold, D&D is easy to heal, but Gragnold has a full road rash on one side of his face.
Yeah. Completely. And I'm guessing in all of this hubbub, Baeridin's run inside to get donuts.
Yeah, I'm figuring that by this time he has like several bags.
Yeah,
of donuts.
Yeah, you probably have like 5 gold worth of donuts, which is probably like 4 or 5 dozen probably.
So now he's just,
or no, more than that. 5 gold. I would say like, yeah, you have 10 dozen donuts. You're like basically coming out with a stack of boxes.
This is where Gragnold becomes Two-Face, by the way.
This is the event that causes you to become Two-Face.
That is amazing.
Out of all the stuff we've done, this is it, huh?
Yeah. Just had to get donuts.
Oh my gosh. You guys are going to TPK doing a donut run.
Wow, Immeral. Nice shot. You're the pebble thrower that we need, but not the one we deserve.
Do you guys start wandering your way back towards the ship?
Yeah, do we just ignore the guards? The guards
I make sure
120 gold.
into Crispy's creams and I assume this is one of Crispy's family.
Yeah, this is James. You've met him before.
Okay.
He's the one who first hired you guys to be the guards of the caravan going back to Windhold.
I go in and just say, "Hi, James."
It's Immeral, right? Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
And that short gentleman who just walked out of here with 10 dozen donuts.
Yeah, good customer.
That you remember Baeridin?
That's where I knew his face. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've seen you guys.
It's been a bit, yes, but we just wanted to wish you well, and it seems to be going great. This shop of yours, and please give my best to your parents.
Most definitely will. Dad's letter. He seemed really pleased to have gotten to see you all.
Well, it was great to see him as well.
Awesome. Do you need any supplies? We're fresh out of donuts now, I'm afraid, but
well, we're going to be probably at sea for a while. Do you have anything that would preserve and still be tasty?
Preserved, yes. Preserved and tasty is a little bit harder.
Okay, well, be preserved and be not awful.
Yeah. Here, he actually does have some rations. It's more things like dehydrated fruits and vegetables, or so like they're not bad. They're not like it. They're kind of just gross on their own. But if you add some water or throw them into like a porridge for the fruits or a stew for the veggies, it won't be terrible.
Okay, so like craisins, that sort of thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping it wouldn't be brine donuts, so they would like pack well in a crate or a barrel.
They do also have just basic spices too, like good peppers and salts, some dried herbs and things too. Since that's going to be a little bit of a rarer thing, and probably about 3 or 4 gold for those. And I think rations are silver a day, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, let's definitely get some. Let's get some decent food and bring it back for the crew.
Okay. So how many rations would you want to buy?
What would be a reasonable amount, a wise DM, to buy for the crew?
Well, it depends on the route. If you guys are going to go straight across the sea.
Well, I pop my head out. Do I see Enkai?
Yeah, I'm there. It's still.
Yeah, how long are we going to be at sea?
I think it's going to take about 6 weeks of travel, but with weather, you probably plan for 8.
So 2 months, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Hope you have your sea legs.
Got my regular legs.
They'll have to do.
Go back to okay. So we're gonna be at sea for about 2 months.
Oh, how big is the crew?
Hey, okay.
How big is the crew? Well, like the main.
It was the
15?
sailing.
15? Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I think they're all about normal height.
I think it's about 15.
And it's rude to ask people's weight.
Yeah, I think it's a keel boat is what I was doing for you guys. No, that's
so.
just...
But
I have the boat somewhere open.
I like the angle that you're being. Oh, so go ahead.
There we go.
It can hold 30 crew.
30 crew, but yeah, you probably have about 15 on board plus yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 20 crew in total.
So I need 120 rations.
All right, I can do that, and then that would be typical cost for rations. Which shopping is always fun to watch, huh?
You said a silver a piece?
I think so. I'll pull it up on D&D Beyond. Not a sponsor, but we love it. Oh, it would help
if I love it so much.
Well,
it's like a game show. We go to the Showcase Showdown.
Yeah.
Or that weird room with the ceramic Dalmatian from Wheel of Fortune.
As long as there's not a room
who wants the ceramic Dalmatian?
5 silver piece per day per person.
Oh.
So it's
okay.
So what? 20. So it's 10 gold per day for everybody.
All right. So
okay.
It's like 600 gold. I mean silver. Wait, gold?
It's okay. 5 silver pieces per person per day.
So 20. Wow. So that's 600 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I was told there would be no math.
So that's 60 gold, right? Because you drop off a 0. Yeah.
Okay.
Less than the fine that you just paid.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, I just got it. All right.
And there's a couple of nautical supply stores close to the docks, but we have better food. You were right to come here.
Okay.
And Emerald, since you're a friend of the family and just being a good customer right now, and he actually slips you a pound bag of sugar.
Oh, nice.
Oh, how nice.
That's very sweet of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gragnold, you're losing crumbs out the side of your mouth. Stop doing that with your mouth.
I never thought
should have been me.
Years we've been doing this. That stop doing that with your mouth is going to be the thing that I hear. Professionals we be.
We are amazing.
Flip a donut, it's powdered on one side, plain on the other. That determines what personality you have. You're two glazed. That's your, like, instead of face.
Two glazed. That's his new pirate name.
Nice.
Do
So I bring all of the rations back. And
do you want me to deliver them to the ship?
Thank you.
Well, he would get the information from you all and have it delivered in the morning.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything for friends. And if you wanted to buy like some herbs and spices, say that's probably an additional 10 gold again, because those are going to be a more rare thing.
Done.
All right. Yeah.
We want the crew to like us.
Yes. And I will remind you guys, so one of the mechanics I'm trying for the ship is the more you're able to keep up crew morale. So doing things like having good rations, having spices and things to add to the food is going to keep the morale high, which will help the ship go faster and could cut your travel time down.
I also recommend song and dance routines.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about scaring the bejesus out of them?
Yeah, Neptune.
Well,
all right.
I want to make sure and buy some ale and things to take back to the ship as well.
It is great we were there faster.
I love how much it's breaking Adam. That is amazing how much it's breaking him.
It's so good.
Healing potions.
So you guys do have to go to an apothecary for that. For healing potions and things. For
no pup. Hold on.
Can we buy more potions of wonder?
You can.
Does the apothecary have more potions of wonder?
I think I gave all of my gold to those guards. I'm hoping Immeral might have had some sense to not let me do that, but c'est la vie.
Not at sea.
The menu's somewhere else. Shoot.
I'm pretty certain that I have like 1,500 gold too. So
yeah, you guys are pretty loaded right now.
Yeah, I've still got 1910.
Can we find an enchanter to give a charming personality to this new sword that I got?
You can give it a try. Let's see. Why doesn't it give me prices of things here? I'll figure out. I'd say probably for the alcohol that you'd want to get. So getting a few kegs and things. Sorry, this is bugging me because I know the cost is on the DM screen, but I just don't have it in front of me. Which is frustrating. Anyway,
am I back on the ship now, Megan?
You guys are starting to head that way.
If there's a shop that I can buy some brewing supplies, I will go in there and try to buy.
Well, you have a surprise.
Oh no, but I want more brewing. Give me like the local hops and the local malts.
Yes,
local yeast paddle.
Here we go. Lifestyle expenses. Okay, so for a gallon of ale, it's going to be 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
So it'd say, because what a keg would hold how many gallons?
A full-size keg?
Depends on the type of keg, but
I mean, if you're looking at the typical college keg, that's 15.5 gallons.
But we're sensible people. We like to rotate the kegs out to have a variety of flavors and tastes. So we have 5-gallon kegs.
Oh, so pony kegs.
We have 5-gallon kegs.
Okay.
We taste the rainbow.
All right. So it'll be we'll say a gold, a keg.
A keg. Okay.
For your ale. Then you're also probably.
I had a bag of gold here just a minute ago.
I hand it back to him and tell him to take out 5 gold. One, no. One for each of your fingers. Only 5.
And Kai, you probably would want to get some like good rum and stuff as well. The water, when it sits in the barrels for too long, will start to taste stale. So you can put a little bit of alcohol in it to basically help it not grow
taste stale.
Yep. Yeah. So it would be that's going to be more expensive. It's going to be 10 gold pieces per bottle.
Okay. I don't get a discount.
You could try to bargain for one. I would say you could get probably a half dozen.
Okay.
And they'll give you them. So 6 bottles for, they'll say 55 gold. So
okay.
knock 5 off.
I will buy that.
Yeah. That should be enough to help keep the water fresh the whole way, and slightly just a little touch of alcohol taste to the water you have to drink.
I was also hoping there would be a how good of an apothecary, because I wanted to buy some kind of rare potions if they have them.
Most certainly. So you all are wandering back towards the dock district, and you pass across this one place, or actually, if you're asking for an apothecary, James would have told you to look for it. It's called the Drink of Dreams. And so y'all walk. I'm assuming everybody's going with this adventure?
Yep.
Okay.
Where's Hobbs?
I want to drink a tea.
Where is Hobbs?
8.
Yeah.
There he is.
Do you have that up? I gotta pull it up.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Oh, there it is. He has an 8. So Hobbs kind of comes limping up to you, or limping because he's got something in his paw, and he holds out a strangely shaped rock.
That's great. It looks kind of like a lion that's sitting. Good job, Hobbs.
As you all make your way into the store, it's very dark in here, and it smells of that sort of fresh smell of like herbs being ground up, but also with like a little bit of an alcohol smell of different potions being made. There's a couple of windows up high casting such shadowy light into the room, and you see this human-looking woman with silver hair, very older, wrinkled, and she's the first thought for most of you when you see her is like, Grandma.
Well.
And then when she kind of looks up at you, though, she has these eyes that are such a pale blue, they almost seem silvery white. And it feels like she's looking through you.
Moadib.
She's like, hello, are you looking for some potions today?
Yes, we are.
How did she know?
Oh, Jesus.
And Baeridin, as she's looking at you, like, you definitely get this like prickle up and down your spine.
Do you have any potions for wrinkly skin and weirdly blue eyes?
Wow.
Do you?
I think you might need some.
Is there something wrong with the way I look, dearie?
No, certainly not. Just thought you might just having a conversation.
See, it's just and Gragnold, for you as well. Like your hair starts standing up on the back of your neck with her looking at you.
Now the hair on the back of her neck is standing up looking.
Have a salve that might help with that, young man.
We are particularly interested in healing potions.
Of course. So she kind of totters over and opens up a cabinet and pulls out these bright red bottles of different sizes. She's got one that is incredibly fancy looking. It's got like gold filigree coming down on the side of the bottle, and it's notably bigger than all the others. She has 3 others that are a good size, but the bottles are less fancy. about three or she's got 6 that are a bit larger, and then you notice she's got like a whole rack of 12 of the regular healing potions that you all are used to.
Okay.
Popular item. I make these a lot. It's just, and Immeral, as you're looking at her, she just gives you this warm smile, and it's just, she's a little odd looking, but there's sort of this motherly, grandmotherly air to her for you.
Yeah, I don't trust it. Too many nice people in my life who weren't that nice.
Yeah.
Well, how much for each of the potions?
Oh, the regulars are going to cost 50, of course. The graters are 150. This one here, Superior, is 450. And you're lucky. Someone wanted a Supreme healing potion. They haven't come to pick it up. So they've forfeited their time. And this one is a bargain at 1,300.
Wow. Okay.
That's a whole lot of gold.
I'll tell you what.
Understand currency.
I will take. Will you give me a bulk discount if I buy enough of the potions?
Quite possibly. What are you thinking here? We have got other potions too, if you need other things.
Enkai.
She looks over Gragnold to juice. I have supplies for brewing ales and things too, if you're interested in that.
I am interested in all kinds of things, mostly in your novelty section.
Novelty potions, you say? Oh, a bit of a trickster, I see. Well, you'll enjoy this.
I'm trying to keep the crew members entertained.
Yes, we do have some wonderful potions. They do the most bizarre things. It's unexpected. I like it.
As long as it won't sink a ship.
Can't promise anything.
Traveling for 2 months. Let's see.
Especially with us, can't promise.
Right.
I can't make promises.
So, I don't need you to promise. Just, I'm thinking of like hair growth, fart potion, the simple things.
I think these will mostly do what
Maybe
you wish.
Turn your teeth different colors,
Oh, if you're wanting that, she kind of fumbles around. She comes up with these little vials of brightly colored liquid. These will just turn your teeth color or foods different and interesting colors that you would want. No other effect.
Anything that'll change your eye colors or make you excrete strange liquids out of your nose.
If you poured it up your nose and let it sit there, then blow it back out, you could have blue snot.
I'll take it.
Hey, Gragnold.
Yes?
It's not what we're looking for.
It'll be entertaining. Come on.
Well, Enkai, you needed potions as well.
Oh, hello.
Yes, I would definitely like a potion of superior healing, and I was also interested if you had a potion of mind reading.
Mind reading? I know nothing like that, but you all going to see?
Yes.
Well, you might be interested in these. And she pulls down another rack of potions, and you see these vessels that are like this crystalline blue and this cool little blue liquid. Water breathing. I've got 12 of these available.
What? Gragnold, that's wild. Imagine breathing underwater.
You can already do that, Baeridin.
Oh yeah, I guess I do that. Pretty often.
And you also have the spell, by the way, too.
Yeah.
How much for those?
200 apiece.
I'll take them.
I don't think you have enough for all of them, Greg.
All right.
And I've got one that I think you would like. She's pointing down. And again, you're having this sense that she's looking through you. It's like powerful dreams, maybe not always feeling like you are as powerful as they're making you out to be. This, and she holds up this strange liquid. It's more of a squarish bottle with like this gray, almost gritty looking potion inside. It's potion of giant size.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure who she was talking to.
I'll bargain at only 400.
Be the size of a giant. Gragnold.
I could be in your baby Bjorn.
Oh, that's the best idea. Done.
No.
I have 2 if you want.
I could be inside your baby Bjorn, inside my baby Bjorn, inside your baby Bjorn.
That does sound pretty. I could be in a bigger baby Bjorn.
Bjornception.
You could drink one, and then we could be giants. Yeah, I'll buy both of them. Why not?
I'll give you even a discount. Let's say 700 for the 2.
Done.
Well, hold on. What if we buy more than that? Because I believe our friend here would like to buy a superior healing potion.
Yes.
And I would also like to buy several regular healing potions as well as a greater.
All right. Well, let's see.
I want to buy the one that turns my teeth blue.
So that's food coloring. And it's going to cost you 4 silver to get. It's a silver a piece. She has 4 different
I hand
vials.
her my bag that says 800 for the gold.
She takes out 4 silver. Because she is an honest person. All right.
From the wizard McCormick.
Is it working?
Which one did you grab?
The blue.
Your teeth are blue.
They're so blue, Gragnold.
She's amazing. She's really good at this.
Let's see. And she also, so she has potions of heroism available. And then she does have different ingredients too.
Does she have blue?
As an ingredient? Or a...
Yeah.
Just more blue
I'll
food
take
coloring?
it. More blue, yeah. I'll take it.
Sure. You can have as much food coloring as you want.
I'll buy the stock of it.
All right. Say you get 5 of each.
Great.
And it's essentially like real food coloring, so just a few drops goes a long way.
This is the coolest thing. I'm going to put this in my beer now.
Nice.
So,
She's
Make some
amazing.
green beer.
oops.
She is amazing.
So, wait, you were talking bulk discount here? What are you thinking of getting?
Well, aside from the 700 they were thinking of spending, I would like to get at least 4 regular healing potions, 1 superior, or 1 greater, and I believe my friend here would like to purchase a superior healing potion.
All righty. And you said you wanted 4 of the regular?
4 regular.
So normally that would be about 1,500 gold. We can knock that down to, say, 13.
Sounds like a great idea. Who's chipping in?
I'll chip in.
I'll chip in.
There we go. There we go. And Enkai, Enkai was getting the superior healing potion?
Yes.
So let's see, 1,300. We're looking at just basically we're taking an 18% off the top.
I gotta.
She will throw in a set of
anyway. So
yeah, she will throw in a set of brewish supplies as well.
Greg is using his new sword as a mirror to look at his beautiful blue teeth.
It is terrifying.
So whatever ours would have cost, just subtract 18%.
Okay.
Okay, so
you guys are keeping track of your money. So
in my case, that's 350 minus 18%. All right.
But any other ingredients? And she looks at Enkai, Gragnold, and Baeridin. Well, my dream touched, perhaps.
What?
What?
The dream touched. Yes, you.
I mean, not usually touched, usually just hanging out or chatting.
Just chatting.
Sometimes we bite each other.
Ooh. I think you should keep that to yourself.
What? I tell you about it every time.
I know. I think it's a bit personal.
Well, it's just the wolf god.
Oh, the wolf god. That biting is fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the other dreams you tell me about.
Not those dreams. No.
Those are private
Just want to hear about those dreams.
Here's a little something for each of you, and you each get a potion of wonder.
All right.
We don't have a deck.
I thought we were all going to take these at the same time, like
No.
And only Gragnold drank it.
Well, and it is midnight, so we'll wrap up and we'll pick up with a draw of the deck in 2 weeks.
Yes. No.
As we finish up the shopping in Jericho and heading out. So you guys, there is also a marine supply store if you wanted to go. And I thought one of you wanted to get hats, so that is also on the docket.
Wait, a hat?
Yeah.
Pirate hats. I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
It's like I got hats.
Yeah. Anyway, let's pop over to say hi to everybody in chat. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us tonight and putting up with our technical difficulties and our misplaced names.
Yes.
Yep. But,
yes, that's not part of the story.
Nope. Someone went away already.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Adam's back. Did that fix us, or is it where are we now?
I wanted to shuffle. I wanted to join in the shuffle.
We're just shuffling around.
Yep. Shuffle us along.
Oh, I didn't realize we could shuffle.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So.
Uh-oh.
No, we're shuffling again. Hey, Adam Johnson's back where he's supposed to be.
Oh, now I'm Rachel.
Yep.
Oh, now I'm Jack.
If you leave, you become the last one. I think there's a way we could systematize this. We could make a game out of it.
Yeah. This is amazing.
This is like one of those puzzles where you move the
you have to slide it around.
You have to slide them around.
Sliding number puzzles.
Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
We will be back in 2 weeks to continue our story. My goal for 2020 is every 2 weeks we are having a D&D stream of some kind, so please come and join us. We're going to have so much fun. And be safe and have fun. And we'll see you guys all soon.
Yeah, 2
See you all
weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being in chat.
Later.